Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So, thank you guys so much for the overwhelming support on my last video with like me hitting diamond, top 50 and everything. I didn't know that many people wanted to see me hit top 50. I didn't know that many people even cared about PvP in this game, because to me it looks like nobody's playing PvP in this game. I'm like the only player who like actually plays PvP besides like the other top 50 players. But anyways, thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. And a lot of people saw that I was good at PvP and were like, you should make a PvP tier list about techniques. So that's what I'm doing. I'm also going to post a weapon tier list later, probably later today. Like, I'll probably just upload both of them today. But yeah, I just want to say that. Thank you guys for the support. Yeah, let's get into the tier list. By the way, I'm top 50. I'm top 50 PvP. So I'm a credible source for PvP, okay? I'm a credible source. I know what I'm talking about, okay? So if you have a separate opinion, just remember I'm a top 50 player, but other opinions also exist. Anyways, Demon Vessel. I think this is an immediate S tier. This is one of the techniques that I use in my build. It's so good. It has 2 long range block breaks, and it has a mode that, to be fair, it doesn't have iframes like other modes, but it gives you 50% more damage, which is amazing. I love that mode. It's really good. It has, including its mode and its 2 fucking long range block breaks, it has 3 moves that are very useful in your kit. So for free-to-play players, I know that it's kind of hard to get Demon Vessel for free-to-play players, but if you are free-to-play and you have 2 innate slots, Demon Vessel is one of the best things you could get. It has, its whole kit is really good, so definitely go for Demon Vessel if you can. Tool Manipulation. Now, I haven't really seen that many people use this in PvP, nor have I seen that many people talk about it in PvP at all, and I haven't even used this, and I don't really know what the moves do. I only know some of them. From what I know, from what I've seen people talk about, I'd say it's maybe like a high C tier. I really can't really give a reason for it. I've just heard like mixed opinions about it, and like, you know, I can't really judge it without playing it much, so I'm just gonna have to put it in C. Construction. Oh, by the way, Tool Manipulation is good for PvE. Not really PvE, but like if you have the item notifier, Tool Manipulation has like a broom that you can fly around on. It's pretty useful. Yeah. Construction, I'd kind of have to just group this up with Tool Manipulation. I feel like I've heard better things about it, so I'd have to put it above Tool Manipulation. I just feel like I've heard more things about it. Realistically, I think I'd put Tool Manipulation in D, actually, because this is really the only reason you would ever want this is if you have the item notifier and you want to use the broom. So that's really the only time you'd want to use this. Construction, I'd put it C, probably like mid to low C. Clone. Now this, clone. You guys, it's between these. Now, I haven't seen that many people use this in PvP, but the people that have, it is so annoying because for those of you who don't know, Soul Manipulation and Clone both can spawn like NPCs. Like the Clone, you could spawn clones of yourself, and the Soul Manipulation you could spawn like isomers that are like NPCs that attack, right? But with Soul Manipulation, the clones from Soul Manipulation are really buggy and they don't really do anything. Most of the time they just stand still and do nothing. Clone, on the other hand, these NPCs are on demon timing, bro. I promise you, these things are so annoying. They are one shot, but so are the isomers from Soul Manipulation, but these guys are just on demon timing, bro. Like, it's insane. Like, I'm gonna have to put this in high B tier. Gamble Fever. Now this, the domain, in my opinion, the domain and the fucking move where like all the trains come down from the sky, those are really the only 2 good parts of this kit, in my opinion. I think those are the only 2 good parts. I know that a lot of people use like the cargo thing where like you make like a big crate and you throw it forwards. In my opinion, I think that's a terrible move, because it is so easy to dodge and it makes you vulnerable. When you're doing that move, you can get Curse Tendrilled while you're doing that move and you can't block it. You can't do anything about it. So whenever I see someone use that cargo move where they throw the big crate forward, to me that's like a free combo for me, because I can easily dodge that and I can easily start a combo off of it with Curse Tendril. So honestly, there's only 2 good moves in this kit. Now, one of the like not so good special grades for PvP, I'd put it below Clone, in my opinion. Below Clone. Boogie Woogie. Now, this is another one that I haven't seen much in PvP, nor have I heard much about it in PvP. I remember in early access, this thing was pretty good. I remember in early access, some people would use it quite a bit. So I'm gonna have to put it in like probably high C tier, just from what I remember from early access. Curse Speech. Now, this is another one that was pretty popular in early access, but kind of just fell off the radar during release. from what I remember, it is like around the same level as Boogie Woogie. Basically on the same level as Boogie Woogie. Yeah, I'd say it's basically around the same level as Boogie Woogie. Straw Doll. Now, I haven't heard a lot, but like, the things I do hear about Straw Doll, people say it's amazing. People say it's so good. And in my opinion, it does sound pretty good. I'd put it B. It's because it just has like a thing. It has like a status effect it can put on you where it'll like periodically stun you over and over. And in my opinion, that is so broken. Because it goes through block, it goes through anything. You just get periodically stunned, and it's really OP. Like, that sounds really OP. I haven't used it. I might try and use it. It sounds really good. Soul Manipulation. Now, I am debating putting this in low A or high B. Honestly, no. I'm gonna put it below Clone. It's just a worse version of Clone in my opinion. Because Soul Manipulation, yeah, it has that one like combo extender where like you like make your arm like big and fat like Luffy, and then you like spin it around and slam it on the floor. But that combo extender is really not that good if you think about it, because it does too much damage. As a combo extender, you don't want it to do that much damage. You want an attack like fucking like Infinity's like Reversal Red. That is like a big damage combo ender. You want your combo enders to do a lot of damage. You don't want your combo extenders to do a lot of damage, because then that just makes it so that you get less focus, because you're getting less M1s in and less moves in, because you're getting them to their evasive quicker. So you're getting less focus, and you can't use a big damage move at the end because they're going to evade quickly. So honestly, I'd put it here. Blazing Courage. Now, this is a move, this is a technique that I don't see much low elo players using, but high elo players, I see them using this thing a ton, simply because of its mode. Its mode is pretty good. It applies burn on all your M1s. Like, you just get a mode that you could just keep applying burn. And its mode is a combo extender. Like, when you pop its mode, it's a combo extender, which is really, really good. So, honestly, I'd put it above Soul Manipulation. I think this is more, the mode alone makes it more useful than Soul Manipulation. The only reason Soul Manipulation is even a little useful, no, honestly, I'm putting Soul Manipulation like bottom B tier. Only reason Soul Manipulation is useful is because of its mode, which gives you iframes in the cutscene, and that's really it. Like, if you want to use clones, use Clone. Just use Clone. Yeah, I don't know. Now, Hydrokinesis. I don't know why it says Hydromancy in here. Hydrokinesis. This, honestly, I think it's an A tier. It has a move that, like, wraps you in, like, a tentacle. And if you're smart with that move, if you use that move when they're a body evasive, and they evasive while the tentacle is on them, they're still stunned. And it's another free combo right after they evasive. That alone is so absurdly busted. I don't think you guys understand how insanely busted that is. If you guys can learn how to use the tentacle, like the little like grab tentacle move from Hydrokinesis properly, oh my god, the thing is insane. And it just has a decent kit overall. Like, its abilities aren't nothing crazy, but it's a decent kit. Like, it's not like a terrible kit. Like, Soul Manipulation, for example, has a terrible kit. Hydrokinesis isn't terrible by any means. So yeah, I think it's A tier. Now, Volcano. Volcano's a tricky one because its maximum technique, I go as far as to say that its maximum technique is probably the best for PvP. I think it probably has the best maximum technique for PvP. Because, like, the only other maximum technique that would probably come close is, like, Judgment. No, not Judgment. What am I saying? Rika's? Where's Rika? Curse Queen. The only one that will come close is Curse Queen's maximum technique, which is the one that I use in my build. Just because I don't want to roll off Curse Queen. Also because Curse Queen, I'll get to Curse Queen later, but I use Jacob's Ladder from Curse Queen. But in my opinion, Volcano's one and Curse Queen's one do the same amount of damage. Only difference is that Volcano's one is unavoidable. Curse Queen's one you can avoid. So, you know, it's hard to avoid Curse Queen's one, but it is avoidable. This one is unavoidable. This maximum technique is unavoidable. So I'd probably put this, and like its kit isn't bad either, but honestly, just a maximum technique isn't enough to put it above Hydrokinesis. Its kit isn't bad by any means. It's just not on the level of Hydrokinesis. And Hydrokinesis has an OP move in its regular kit, whereas Volcano has an OP move as a maximum technique, which is a lot harder to get. So that's why I'm putting it in A. Now, Heavenly restriction. Heavenly restriction. Honestly, I'd have to put heavenly restriction probably high B tier. Now, it's not a good. I wouldn't say it's amazing. Okay, I'm not. It's good. It's not amazing. It's because it's like all the moves in all the moves in heavenly restriction are pretty easy to avoid, and they're pretty easy to trade off. Like, a lot of the moves stun you after you use them. The only really, really good move, like amazing move on heavenly restriction is its barrage. It's like whatever, it's a barrage thing, because that is really good for getting M1 trades off of people. But when you get into high elo, people don't really try and M1 trade you that much, because they know that it's really hard to M1 trade. So people don't really try to M1 trade you that much in high elo. So that kind of just makes heavenly restriction fall off. Heavenly restriction is 100% a bronze, silver, gold demolisher. Maybe not gold. Bronze, silver, you're going to spit on kids with heavenly restriction. But when you get past, like when you get to gold, diamond, infinite, it kind of falls off. It's not that great. Is it below clone? No, I don't think it's below clone. And now seeing this list, it low-key makes me want to put soul manipulation down here. Low-key, soul manipulation is not good. It's just not good. It has like one semi-decent move, and it's just not good. Okay. Cryokinesis. I don't know why it's called cryomancy and hydrokinesis is called hydromancy. This is cryokinesis. Cryokinesis is good. It is decent. It's decent. It used to be the best PvP. If this was early access, this would be up here. Past even, it would be right up here. If this was early access. But it did end up getting reworked, and the only reason it would be up here is because of its one move, Ice Age. Ice Age used to be an insanely huge AoE move that would freeze your opponent in an ice block. Do you guys understand how insanely busted that is? They can evasive inside the ice block, and they'll still be stuck inside the ice block, allowing you to get another combo on them. Do you know how insane that is? But unfortunately, this is not early access, and they reworked Ice Age, and now it's a big AoE just damage move. It's like a knockback move. It's like reversal red. So that kind of bumps it down to maybe like low A tier. I think it's still really good, simply because it does have other moves that can freeze you, and if you could get those freezes off at like the right timing, you could do something with like manipulating evasives and baiting evasives and stuff. I think Cryo is very mediocre, I'd say. Mediocre. Sorry for the long pause. I couldn't think of the right word. Mediocre. But like the good kind of mediocre. Like better than any of these. Ratio, S tier. Do I even need to say anything? S tier ratio. S tier, S tier, S tier. This thing is amazing. This thing works with Black Flash builds like a beast. This is amazing for Black Flash builds. And guess what? Black Flash builds are meta right now. They're completely meta. Like, no, you're not going to see any high rank player running anything but a Black Flash build. Everybody's running a Black Flash build because it's just insane. It's insanely broken. So yeah, S tier, 100% S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier. Now Curse Queen. Honestly, Curse Queen is really iffy because it has one long range block break, which already makes that really good. It has a one long range block break, but the thing is with Demon Vessel, its long range block breaks are infinite range. They can go as far as you want them to go. Curse Queen's one has a limit. So, but it's still a good move, okay? I'm talking about the Energy Blast. That's a long range block break, but it's a limited range, which is still good. And it also has the Ghastly Fist, which is an absolute low elo destroyer. If you just throw a Ghastly Fist on top of someone, they don't know what to do. They start freaking out. They're like, if someone's holding block and you just drop a Ghastly Fist on top of them, they don't know what to do. If they just keep blocking, they're gonna fucking get block broken by the Ghastly Fist. If they back out, you could get a combo off of them. So honestly, and its maximum technique is really, really good. And it has a combo extender, and it has a mode that's also a combo extender. Honestly, saying all this makes me, I'm gonna put it high A tier. It's also a technique that I use in my kit. I just really like its ult. But yeah, I think its kit is better than Volcano's, but its maximum technique is worse than Volcano's. But its kit is good enough to the point where I can justify putting it above Volcano, in my opinion. Blood manipulation. I'm lying. I'm not even thinking. S tier. Easy S tier. Below ratio, below... actually... I'm tempted to put ratio up here. Don't question it. That's just like how I'm feeling right now. I feel like ratio is better than Demon Vessel. I low-key feel like ratio is probably the best PvP shit in the game. Low-key, probably the best in the game. Blood Manipulation is also amazing. It has a stun lock. It has a way to to counter people's dashes. It's amazing. It's an amazing technique. It's so easy. It's not easy to use, but if you know how to use it, it is amazing. It's crazy. If you use blood manipulation and you know how to use it, you're a PvP sweat. You're crazy at the game. Star Rage. Now, this one is a little iffy for me because it has 2 combo extenders, which is pretty good. It has 2 combo extenders. It has a big damage block break, which is also good. And the block break from it comes out quickly. It has a quick animation. But its maximum technique is okay at most. Its maximum technique is okay at best. Cause like it can damage you. Like if you use its maximum technique properly, yeah, you could run away from it and does big damage. I think this probably does like the most damage out of any maximum technique, except for like maybe Hollow Nuke. But Hollow Nuke is really hard to get off. But this is still really good. I'd have to put it like probably like the bottom of A tier probably. It's not it's not nothing crazy. It's good though. Like if you have this, it's not bad by any means. It's good. It's good. Now Infinity. It has a TP combo starter. It has Reversal Red, which is a close range block break that can also counter rushes. It has Lapse Blue, which is probably, in my opinion, probably one of the worst. Like, not the worst, one of the most overhyped attacks in the game. Lapse Blue is such a shitty attack. I can't even put in words. Lapse Blue is such a bad attack. Yeah, I guess it can counter rushes, but it's... Just use Lapse Blue is a bad attack. I'm sorry. Lapse Blue is a bad attack. I don't like it. Maybe some people just know how to use it, and I don't. I don't like Lapse Blue. It has Spatial Pummel, which is... Spatial Pummel, which is like... Okay, I guess like a combo extender, but it's like not the best combo extender. It's kind of janky. So also not that great. So it has Red Transmission and Reversal Red, which are both good. Hollow Purple, the worst PvP attack in the game. If you use Hollow Purple in PvP, you're throwing. You're hard stuck bronze. Do not use Hollow Purple in PvP. Hollow Purple is the worst attack you can possibly... I guarantee you there are tool manipulation attacks that are better than Hollow Purple in PvP. Hollow Purple, I can't even put in words how bad of a fucking attack it is in PvP. In PvE, go for it. PvP, I'd never want to see anybody use this shit in PvP. Never use Hollow Purple in PvP. You're asking to lose. Sorry, I just hate Hollow Purple so much. Infinity, high A tier. Below Curse Queen. I like Curse Queen better than Infinity. I'm sorry. I like no. A high A tier. Just because of the domain. The domain is really good. Demon Vessel, in my opinion, has the best domain for PvP. Infinity, close second, in my opinion. Close second. And Judgment, another one with an amazing domain. This is low S tier. It has a insanely high damage counter. It has a really consistent combo extender. It has a close range block break, which doesn't counter rushes like Reversal Red, but regardless, it's a close range block break. It has, what else does it have? It has a grab move that does big damage and drains your enemy's focus, I believe, which is amazing. You don't understand how, since everybody's running Black Flash builds, it's so huge to be able to drain someone's focus. And it has an amazing domain, but its domain's kind of luck based. But if its domain is like rock paper scissors. If you win rock paper scissors and you get the Executioner Sword, I'd go as far as to say that's the best domain in the game. If you do manage to get the Executioner Sword, yeah, I think I'm happy with this. You might notice that nothing is an F, and that's intentional. No technique in this game is completely unusable, and I like how they did that. Every single technique in this game is usable in some way. It has some sort of viability. So if like your favorite technique, like if your favorite technique is soul manipulation, I put it in C. That doesn't mean I'm saying you should never use it in PvP. All of these you could use in PvP. I've seen all of these at least once in PvP. I've seen every single one of these at least once in PvP. So if you want to use tool manipulation, if you want to use curse speech, go for it. Like, I'm not stopping you. Like, there is viability in all of these. It's just I don't really see much viability in certain things, but there is viability. But yeah, that's the technique tier list. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.